Hi guys, this is Dr. Sadasivam once again with you, and in today's video we are going to talk about Tata Power. This is one such stock wherever you go, where it is television channels, newspaper, everywhere it is Tata Power, Tata Power. If you look at the growth, to a very large extent it has rewarded the shareholders, but for some time the shares have gone down. There are lots and lots of reasons which can be attributed. In fact, their shares have come down from 300 rupees to 225 rupees, a reduction of approximately 20 to 25%. And if it is down, doesn't mean it is out, and we will be talking a lot about it. And their managing director, Mr. Prabir Sinha is his name, and we will also look at what their CMD says. I will try to explain his views because it's important to make money and we have to tread our path very, very carefully. Now they have announced some results, they are quite good, but people still think that there's a lot of pressure on this company, and economists feel, experts feel, there are certain perceptions, there are mixed reactions, whether this company will grow, will not grow, whether it is worth investing in this company. These are some of the doubts that people have, and therefore we will start looking at numbers. There are no emotions, guys. We will be talking numbers and then we will take a decision. And their chairman is Prabir Sinha Sahib, and it is not my analysis. I'm only reflecting you what their chairman had voiced in one of his interviews. Like we said, they have results have been announced, but it wasn't in line with what the street expected, especially for a company like Tata Power. There are lots and lots of problems, and we will talk about all that. We all know that there is their plant in Mundra, there are floodings and other issues. We will talk about all that, but to a large extent they have resolved all those issues. Now if you look at Maharashtra and government, they have conducted a lot of meetings with these governments, and there have been some progress in these meetings. They are in touch with Ministry of Power, regular coordinations are on, and we will be talking about all that. Now this Tata Power is a company it's consecutively making profits for the last 10 months. They have shown growth. Whatever people think about that company, whatever perceptions happen, we have to look at all that. And it is just not that. If you look at PAT, profit after tax, in this particular quarter, that has increased. And we were talking about Mundra, and I was also telling you that there are some problems. I will try to explain all those problems in this video. In all that, most of those problems have been resolved, right? Please remember, friends, whenever we talk about power sector, there is a very important section which is called as section 11. As per that, government has clearly ordered that whatever plants they have 5 plants. They have asked them to operate all the 5 plants, and whoever are the procurer states, they are the ones who buy electricity from them, buy electricity from Tata Power. And they have clearly said that in today's date, commodity prices, coal prices, everything is on the rise. So the government said whatever your increased costs are, you can pass through. What is the meaning of pass through costs? Whatever is the increased cost, you can collect it from the state government. As a result of which, what happens is under recovery. Guys, this is a very important term, whether it is coal or whether it is LPG or it is diesel in Indian oil. These word is commonly being used, under recovery. That means whatever you have spent, you are not in a position to recover that. You are not able to include that into your pricing. That means your expenses are more and the incomes are less. Sometimes petrol companies do that because welfare of people are paramount as far as a democracy is concerned, and therefore sometimes under recovery happens, and it's a very, very important question from the IAS, IPS exams point of view. So I won't be putting up any separate video for this. So I request you to, keep watching these videos. In all these videos, somewhere I will clarify this concept. Guys, please compare, subscribe to these channels. Please press the notification bell so that whenever we come out with this kind of videos, there will be an alarm and you will be able to watch those videos totally free of cost. Yeah, I'm spending my time doing all this. Chalo, I am a training. Whenever I don't have training, I do this kind of social service. But please watch all this. Our efforts should not be a waste. Okay, that's called as under recovery. So in all these coal plants, whatever extra expenses are incurred, they can pass through. You can include that in your pricing. For example, if the market guy comes to your house and provides you vegetables at your door, he will slightly charge more. He will say, I've come in a rickshaw, I spent some 10 rupees. Once upon a time I used to give him 10 rupees, but now I've given him 10 rupees extra. So instead of 50, he will ask for 70. But some people give, because even if you take a rickshaw and go to the vegetable shop, you will end up spending 20. But this guy spends his time, you will be able to save your time. So the same example holds good even for coal plants. So whatever is costs are, the exchange rates have increased, the coal prices have increased, the operating expenses have increased. So the government has given them permission. So whatever is the extra cost, you can take it from the state government. And they have constituted a committee by Ministry of Power so that they are able to realize the complete costs, right? But remember, this is not a lifelong facility. As of now, it is only for 6 months, right? They had completely shut down the plant. Yeah. If somebody is running his business, he is running it for profit. People's welfare is the job of the government. If there is a loss, companies will shut those plants, right? Like Tata Power also did that. The moment they shut down the plants, look at the losses suffered by shareholders. The share prices came down. But one thing good is government took fast action, right? Something has happened that government is sitting idle, shouting at the parliament. But government took quick action on that. We have to appreciate the government for it. How quickly the government sprung into action to solve this problem is what we need to see. So today, whatever is the extra cost incurred by them, they will be able to recover, right? So by now, you can understand that the 225 can go up to 300 and 400. But I will not say that. Whether it will go up or not, that you have to do your own analysis, right? My job is to provide the correct facts and figures to you, right? And the circumstances and some facts. Now, what they are saying is they have already started operating 4 plants. They totally have 5 plants and they will soon be starting the 5th plant also, because when the government gives guarantee to them, everybody will start their plants. Because commercial organizations exist to make profits, right? But it doesn't mean one man is making the profit. Every shareholder, that shareholder could be a rickshaw wala, your own maid, if she has purchased one share of this company, whoever has put money, it's going to be beneficial for everyone. It is not just Andani or Abani is making profits. That is a communist way of looking at things, guys. Okay, because these are all public limited companies. They are all there in the stock market. If there is a loss is for everyone. If they profit, it's for everyone. Whoever has more shares, more profit. Likewise, whenever there is a loss, whoever has more shares, he will have more loss. This is what is business, guys. This is the lifeline of our Indian economy. Chaliye, that's a different story. Now, one more important thing is PLF. PLF stands for peak load factor. Today, PLF has come down like anything because the plants have been shut down. People will not run the plants at a loss. For example, if you are running a bus service from Delhi to Gurgaon, in a bus of 70 people, only 2 people are sitting. Will you run the bus? You will not. Likewise, if you are running a cinema theatre, only 2 people are sitting. People are not coming to watch the movie, only 2 people. Will you run the theatre for it? You will not. You will not spend your money for the projector man. You will stop. Same thing applies there also. Same thing happens in Haridwar. You have a boatman. The other day, me and my wife, he said, no, for 2 people, I cannot run my boat, right? So the government is creating a conducive atmosphere where all these plants also run. They also get benefited. The users also get benefited. The industries also get benefited. People also get benefited, right? Now, this particular committee that we are talking about, they have given some options to the procurer states. Now this committee, which has been instituted by the Ministry of Power, they have clearly said they have calculated all these costs, etc., etc., and they will fix a price. And the procurer states will be provided this option that if you want electricity, you buy at this price or you go to hell. It is your option. If any state says that the rates are very high, they said no problem. You don't buy, you go and buy from wherever it is available, and whoever is willing, they will provide. And imagine no state is willing, they will sell power to exchange, the power exchange. For example, if you are sitting in the mandi, you are not able to sell your thing, you will take it to the central market. And if you go to the central exchange, and whatever is the nuksan, profit or loss, it will be shared 50-50, something like a MSP by the government, right? Electricity is a very important factor, right? So whatever we are talking, please remember, they are all imported coal plants. We are talking about imported coal plants. Some local plants are also there which run their plant based on your Neyveli lignite and Jaria. We import coal from Australia and so many other places, and there is a lot of developments have happened in this particular place, and we are talking about Tata Power, Mundra, and that's going to grow a lot, at least in the next 6 months. Till such time the government has given this facility, they will be able to become financially sustainable in the next 6 months. This committee sat last Saturday also, and every 2 weeks this will be revised, because we are talking of foreign exchange costs, coal importing costs, shipping costs, because these are things that keep changing on a daily basis. It's not a lakir ki fakir, like you fixed something today that will continue for the lifetime. So every 2 weeks the committee that we are talking about, instituted by the Ministry of Power, they will sit once in 2 weeks and they will revise these prices, whether needs to be increased, need to be decreased. They will do all that, because that's kind of a HPA, which is higher purchase agreement kind of a price, which has to be religiously followed, and you have costs like foreign exchange costs, shipping costs, insurance costs, fixed costs. All these, remember this section, I've already mentioned that once, it is section 11. They've all been empowered under this particular section, whether it is Tata Power or Adani Power, they will be able to give permission or instruct those power plants to run in full swing, right? Anything else I've forgotten? Now it is expected that in every state, whether it is Maharashtra or Gujarat, they have power shortage, and it is expected that all of them will buy from Tata Power, because these guys are giving cheaply. Because if those guys go to exchange, today it's 13-14 rupees, but the prices have gone up to 20 rupees per unit, guys. So it is expected that Tata Power will have enough orders, and their EBITDA, which is earning before income tax, these are all CA things, so I can't do a CA class also here. Not possible to explain everything in this video. We don't want to become chartered accountants. Okay, so it is earnings before income tax. Profit is what we are talking about, and they will be able to do well. Tata Power I'm talking about, and we will be talking about some problems also. Like if you look at the last quarter, they had number of issues. I told in the beginning also there will be some problem. There was flooding in their mines, as a result of which they had suffered a lot of damages. Over and above that, the government had capped the prices, because once the prices are capped, not now, I'm talking about many months back, 3-4 months back, those guys shut their plants and sat down. So sometimes when you do the capping, then there is a problem, because when they start the plant, people did not have electricity, then no industries, no sales tax, but the government woke up on time. They woke up on time, and but the government sprung into action. Quick action is what we need to appreciate in this particular government. The government tried its level best to resolve all the problems. Secondly, if you look at coal prices, that is also on the increase. Because of Russian-Ukraine war, the coal that was coming from Russia, that has also stopped. And over and above that, flooding happened, in the month of February, March, all that, as a result of which the coal prices reached 280. But today, I think it has come down to maybe 240, 250. But whatever loss they had suffered, because they had stopped the running of 4 plants, but all the 4 they have already started, and I think they will be starting their 5th plant also in a very short time from now. Their target now is to, power is different, I'm talking about coal. Their target is to produce 5.2 million tons in the coming months. In fact, they've been able to do only 3 million in the last 1 or 2 months before. So one can expect that Tata will grow over the coming months. Now, one more issue with this company. Their net debt is 40,000 crores, guys. See, I am not here to tell you only the plus points. I have to tell you the minus points also, because that's important for an analyze, because this is a Shubh Labh channel and it's my job to provide the right data to you. Decision is yours. Today they have 40,000 crore of debt. Initially they had even more, but now that has been reduced to 40,000. But the chairman feels that all these power tariffs, price protections, all that will lead to increased profits. Now there's one more thing. They will get payment every week. Very difficult to collect payments from state electricity boards. Please give us payments, please give us check. They will say next month we will give, next week, month after the next we will give. We have not received the funds. Now they have made it very strict. Every week the payment will be made to Tata Power, and in every 2 weeks the prices will be revised based on the revised cost. These things have been implemented, right? And there is one more important thing, because the chairman feels that they will be able to reduce their debts, and over and above that they are getting into some expansion plans also. In this year they have plans of 10,000 crores of investments in renewable energy. They can't depend completely on coal. We don't know how many years coal, fossil fuels will be there. Everywhere there are talks of climate accord and other things. Modi ji also goes to Europe and he hugs all the European prime ministers. Net zero carbon emissions by 2017. All this will keep happening. So we are talking of 10,000 crores of investments is what Tata Power has planned during this year. And even during the last year, they had spent around 6,000 crores. And over and above that, they are doing some capacity additions of 700 megawatts capacity addition. So we can expect that there will be better PAT. PAT is profit after tax, EBITDA. All that will start coming from this quarter. Likewise, in this quarter, they have already orders for 1,500 megawatts. They will also start implementing all that, and they also have some new projects in the annual. New investments are being planned. By doing all these investments, they are very confident that their debt to equity will become flat. So the debts we are talking about, they will be able to manage those debts, and this is about Tata Power, and whether to invest in this company or not, you can take your all call. But whatever decision you are taking, please take it fast, because the prices are increasing, right? So my thing is, from a long-term perspective, it is very, very pertinent to invest in this company. But please don't invest money and come to me next month saying that prices have not increased. Say long-term perspective, because all these capital-intensive investments we are talking about, they are all long-term. Okay, guys, this is Dr. Sadasivam signing off till we meet again. Bye bye. Jai Hind.